proposal. Joining me now, Judge Alex Ferrer, host of the Judge Alex Show. Also with us, attorney and domestic abuse advocate Mark Levine. Judge, let me start with you. This is one, I don't understand. He got cleared of any criminal investigation, and they cleared him of possible ethical violations. How does a DA hit on a victim of abuse?
A DA doesn't. That's the bottom line, and that's why he needs to go. And if he won't do it voluntarily, then the governor should remove him, frankly. I'm surprised to hear that it doesn't rise to the level of any criminal violations. I assume the Attorney General's office has looked into it. If they haven't, then they should. He ethically should have called for a special prosecutor to investigate his actions to see if it qualified under the state's harassment laws. But all that aside, the people of the state of Wisconsin elected officials like him, a district attorney, to protect the public, and they put their faith and their trust in him. And I don't see how he believes he can actually continue.
As 100% inappropriate and a breach of the public trust.
I agree.
Which you know, as a former prosecutor myself, I mean, you understand what that role is. A victim comes to you. This is someone who has been through a terrible, terrible situation. In this case, it was domestic violence. And now the 50-year-old guy hitting on the young 26-year-old victim. This is outrageous behavior. Much more on this. And let's take a look at another one of his racy messages here. Please keep in touch. It's maybe not the wisest thing I can do. Yeah, you think? But you are awfully sweet. Just don't tell anyone, okay? Are you kidding me? Now, do you remember this other story?
The emails and the content of those emails, and I say this not only as a governor, but as a three-term district attorney and three-term attorney general, are obviously deeply, deeply troubling to me. To see that was shocking to me and of great concern.
Those comments just moments ago from Wisconsin Governor Jim Doyle. He says he's figuring out how to proceed with the removal of prominent DA Ken Kratz. The 50-year-old is accused of targeting a 26-year-old abuse victim, sexting her 30 times in just 3 days. Facebookers already weighing in. Terry says, I would like to know if she was sexting him back. Jessica says he met a woman he thought was attractive. Geez, people, get a grip. Greg says there are no morals in this country anymore. Anything goes. Sad, sad world. Mark Levine, let me go to you. As a domestic abuse advocate here, this to me is outrageous behavior because someone who's been the victim of domestic abuse has been through a ringer. And any DA knows that. They know how emotionally traumatic those events can be for that type of victim. And then to prey on that person is absolutely outrageous.
It's beyond outrageous. First of all, she was not sexting him back. And second of all, this wasn't just a man hitting on a younger woman. She came to him in confidence. She said that her boyfriend had strangled her. She was looking for help from him to protect her from this abusive boyfriend. That same day, he starts sending her sexually explicit messages. He starts telling her, hey, I'm an older married DA. Do you get into that kind of thing? What is she supposed to do? She doesn't know what to do. If she responds to him in a negative way, she's afraid that he's not going to prosecute her boyfriend. Let me tell you something. Firing him is hard. I want to see a civil complaint against him win, and I wouldn't mind criminal sanctions as well.
Let's see what the folks at home are saying today. Diana's in Washington. Diana, your response to reaction to what we're hearing from this DA and his text messages.
Hi, Vinny. I think he's a filthy pig, and he should be fired. He should be disbarred. He should be brought up on charges. This woman went to him for help. This is appalling. I can't even fathom this. He makes me sick. I don't even want to see him on the TV again.
All right, maybe we'll take down his picture. Take down his picture. There's bugging Diana there. Judge Alex, you know, I'm looking at this guy and I'm wondering, why don't you just do the right thing? You realize you messed up, step down, and just get out of the public light.
Well, if he wasn't selfish to begin with, these messages wouldn't have been sent to a victim. As Mark pointed out, it's, you know, you're as a DA, and you know this very well, Vinny, as a DA, you're dealing with people when they're at their most vulnerable. And nobody's more vulnerable than a domestic abuse victim. And he knows that. You know that. And so for him to be sending sexually explicit messages to her, if he really was just a guy who was attracted to her and, well, coincidences ran them together, he would have waited till the case was over, it was all buried and done, and would have approached her legitimately, not using his position like he did, which is why he's got to go.
We have a name for that. It's called sexual harassment. Judge Alex, Mark Levine, thanks so much. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you,
teen girl who ran away to Brazil to be with her boyfriend is back in the